everyone, I am Pooja Verma and I welcome you all to the official YouTube channel of SRN International School, Jagatpura, Jaipur. Dear learners, today I have chosen the topic Human Geography, its nature and scope. This topic I have taken from grade 12th NCERT Geography textbook from chapter 1, that is Human Geography. The topics that we are going to cover in the following video are dualism of human geography, definitions of human geography, nature of human geography, naturalization of humans, and humanization of nature. So let's get started. Let's talk about dualism of human geography. We all know that in human geography, we understand a relationship that is established between human beings and nature. When we are taking this subject, human geography, it is subjected to dualism. That is, whether it is a law-making subject or it is a descriptive subject, where we understand that it is not regulated by the universal laws, but we need to describe them also, the reasons behind them also. Whether the subject follows a regional approach or a systematic approach. In regional approach, a particular region is taken and then it is studied. And a systematic one, we are taking the world as a unit and then we are making the studies. Whether the subject is theoretical or it is actually dependent upon some historic or institutional approaches. Whenever we are talking about this particular subject, the core concern is to understand the earth, the planet, as the home of human beings. Now let's talk about some of the definitions that were given by certain prominent geographers. First of all, let's talk about the definition given by Retzel. According to Retzel, human geography is the synthetic study of the relationships between human societies and the earth. So in this particular definition, the emphasis was given on the word synthesis. According to Alan C. Semple, human geography studies the relationship between the unresting man and the unstable earth. The man has been told unresting as the man never satisfies and the earth becomes unstable due to the different innovations created by human beings. According to Paul Delabloche, human geography is the conception that results from the study of the universal laws that govern the earth and the relationships which are established between these laws and human beings. Now let's talk about the nature of human geography. Whenever we study human geography, we understand that it studies the interrelationships between human beings and environment. It studies the interrelationships between the physical elements of the nature and human societies. Physical elements of the nature include land, water, soil, vegetation, flora, fauna, etc. and etc. Whereas socio-cultural elements are the means of transport, the means of communication, the settlements, the infrastructure, the agricultural crops that have been created by the human beings. So when we conclude, we get to know that it studies the interrelationships between the human beings and the nature. Students, now let us see the subtopic naturalization of humans. This was the phase when human being was an early man, when human being was a primitive man. What happened at that time? How did the things were going on at that time? At that time, human beings were completely dependent upon the nature. They were feared of nature and natural laws, the natural phenomena, including thunder, storm, rainfall, precipitation. At the time, the human being was not technologically advanced and the social understanding between human beings was also not developed. The interaction between the primitive human beings and the nature is known by a term that is called as environmental determinism. Let us see when human beings were primitive man, they were early man. At the time, they were dependent upon the nature and they followed, regulated the laws of nature, and accordingly, they were living their lives and earning their livelihoods. Now, let's talk about humanization of nature. When slowly and gradually human beings got to know about the nature and the natural laws, they developed an understanding with nature, with the efficient technologies. They started learning new technologies, and now they were in a state of freedom from the state of necessity. Earlier, they were in the state of necessity where they were completely dependent upon the nature for their food, for their livelihood, for the shelter, and each and everything. But now they have created certain possibilities after knowing the nature, after knowing the technology. So, this particular era was known by a term which is called as possibilism. In this particular era, human beings have started creating the different possibilities. We can see the imprints of human beings everywhere. They have created resorts, they have created pasture lands, they have created concrete jungles, and with the help of efficient technology, everything has become possible for the human beings. So, dear students, that's all for today. If you have liked the video and found it helpful, please like, share the video. Also subscribe our channel, SRN International School. Thank you. Have a great day.